Do you have a citizenship?
I got the right to be here. See, listen, I'm telling you, I hate to say it, but y'all Earth folk fall for this. Can't nobody tell me where I can and can't go. If I'm in the star system, you think somebody say, hey man, you can't fly over here by this sun or this moon, boy, get out my face, boy. Who told y'all people they gonna draw imaginary line on the Earth and say, hey, you from Earth, but you can't go to this part of the Earth.
The Caucasoid.
You from Earth, but you can't go to this part of the Earth.
Yo, I don't get it. It's bizarre to me.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm just here to try to wake y'all up. Cause y'all really sleep and y'all just been going for anything. Like, that don't even make sense. Can you stop a bird from flying from here to the South Pole? Can you stop a whale from swimming from this part of the ocean to the other part of the ocean?
We can't.
Then why y'all doing it? Why they stopping Earth folk from going to different parts of the Earth?
I'm with you, cause you know.
I'm just putting y'all down on game. And it's not y'all fault, cause y'all just don't know no better. Y'all getting tricked by this authority. I gotta follow the rules, man. Ain't no rule, man.
The Caucasoid. That's who made that shit up. That's who came up with that concept to divide and conquer, because they were the minority. You gotta think about it. All over the world, the indigenous so-called black people outnumber them. From Brazil, from the Americas, from everywhere. All up in the Asia, all up in the Africa, the Middle East. You gotta think, they just came out the Caucasus Mountains like 6,000 years ago. Close to it anyway. So they just got out the Caucasus Mountains. So they had to use some type of divide and conquer tactic, as was taught by their father, Yakub, through his book of Tricknology. So of course, the Caucasoids came up with that shit. Prior to then, us indigenous people, we didn't have no invisible line saying, you can't come here, you can't come there. Shit, we did trade with everybody that was indigenous all over the world. That's why it's actual document facts that was so-called black people already in America before the transatlantic slave trade. Because we had already been communicating with each other from that diaspora to this one. But anyway, yeah, it's the Caucasoids that started that dumbass shit. You can't be here, you got to get citizenship. They started that shit because they're not a citizen nowhere on the planet. In other words, they created an artificial construct to fit in society, to make it seem or appear that they belong, when in fact, they do not. Y'all gotta understand this. The only reason they started that shit, these invisible lines, they started that shit because they are not indigenous or they're not natural, and they are visitors on our planet. They are intrusive as visitors. They are the immigrants, the illegal people on the planet. More so than anybody, because they came killing, taking, stealing, all this bullshit that you can't even fathom that you could put in a horror movie. They have done it. Okay? They are the most illegal on the planet, yet they talking about illegal immigrants. So that's why they came up with all this citizenship shit. We didn't have shit like that. Everybody just got along, and that's what it was. We knew that the earth was everybody's home. Didn't no certain land belong to this and that and this and that. Of course, we had little tribal beefs, just like people have little issues, goes in different neighborhoods. Certain people be beefing with each other. That's common. They came up with that fuckery. You see? And they used Christianity as a tool to divide and conquer. That's why even in the Bible, talk about the devil, how the devil comes to and fro, up and down. To and fro, left and right, up and down, seeking to divide whoever they may. To and fro, up and down, that's motherfucking cross. They coming through Christianity to divide and conquer you. They came through Christianity. The cross is a sign of the devil. He comes to and fro, up and down. See what I'm saying? To divide. And that's what he did to the indigenous people, divided us. They started that fuckery. Prior to then, wasn't no such thing as this your land, you stay over there, you stay over here, don't come over here. It wasn't no such thing as that shit. Till the Caucasoid got on the planet. We don't even think like that naturally, originally. We don't think like that. The fuck? That's they shit. We all living through the minds of some psychopathic ass motherfuckers, colonizers that is. We're living out their dream. This is their world, okay? We're living out. That's why the Bible say that Satan is the god of this world. Well, we know who run this fucking world. The Caucasoids run this bitch. See? Satan is the god of this world. Well, who running this bitch? The Caucasoids. Think about the shit, y'all. It's common sense. The Bible telling you who Satan is or who we been working through. Shit. So that's what it is. Fuck what they talking about. And then the Bible tell you that the God is black man. In the book of Daniel, he got the hair white as pure as lamb wool and all this lamb shit, you know, the hair wool all throughout the Bible, bronze skin. Then in the book of, what book that is? Thessalonians, where it say, I know those who sit themselves in the seat as God, but they are not. They basically playing the role of God. That's why you got the Caucasoid Jesus image, acting like they God, sitting in the seat of God when they not. See what I'm saying? So that goes to show you even further that these motherfuckers is the God of this world. Satan is the God of this world. That's why I say the real God, the black God, so-called black, but the bronze-skinned God comes after the working of Satan, which Satan ain't got about 6,000 years to rule. That's why the bitch been going all over the planet, conquering and stealing and enslaving and raping and pillaging and causing mass genocide everywhere they went, stealing countries and shit. That's why, because they know they on a time limit. They know they only got so much time, so they got to work quick, as their father Yaqub told them when they was on the island of Patmos. Work quick, my children. Work quick, because you only got 6 days to rule, or 6,000 years to rule. Because after that, the brown-skinned gods are going to activate and they going to annihilate y'all ass. And the Son of Man from the east is coming to eat y'all up, meaning he going to destroy you. That's why on the 7th day, keep it holy. That's, in other words, the 7,000 year, you can forget about it. We going to be on top, the indigenous people. Remember, the 7th day is holy. Any one of y'all caught working should be put to death. In other words, go sit your ass down and enjoy the ride, bitch. Y'all really think y'all shit gonna last forever? Do y'all really think this bullshit is gonna last forever? Ruling through white supremacy, ruling through privilege activity, privilege on the job, privilege everywhere you go through the system and shit, because it's backed by white supremacy, which means that it's backed by Satan, which means that it's backed by racism. All one and the same. Racism, white supremacy, Satan, the devil, all one and the same. Same shit. Same shit. Because there's no equality in it. There's no equality in that fuckery. So if it's if there's no equality in it, it can only represent devilishment shit. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And then Christianity is the religion of the devil. Some of these fools that say shit like, oh, well, Christianity was in Ethiopia. It's in Ethiopia. Yeah, Uncle Tom, a house nigga, a coon, brought Christianity over there. He was commissioned by a Caucasian, a Roman Caucasian, if I'm mistaken, a Jewish Caucasian, to bring Christianity to Ethiopia. Christianity wasn't originally something that was created by the Africans, okay? So I don't know what the fuck people be talking about some Christianity that was started in Africa. Bullshit. It was brought over there through the will of a Caucasoid that used a so-called black man as a tool to bring that bullshit over there. Christianity is the devil's religion. Fuck what y'all talking about. Think about this shit. They wear a cross all the time. The cross represents shame, suffering, and death. Who the fuck gonna glorify, sacrifice a dead corpse, a dead body? Who the fuck in their right mind finna do that? That shit sound like witchcraft. That shit sound like some Illuminati sacrificing children and shit to get favor of these low-dimensional beings. Matter of fact, the God in the Bible sounds just like the motherfucker that the Illuminati is worshiping. Because the same God that's in the Bible requires a blood sacrifice. Just like the Illuminati requires blood sacrifices. There is no difference. Y'all been worshiping the Illuminati or the elites gods that everybody like to look down upon the entire time. Because when you do a blood sacrifice, that shit is satanic. That's how I know that the God in the Bible is two gods in the Bible. That one that requires a blood sacrifice ain't shit. That's the one that had so-called black people sacrificed using the Caucasoids. That's the nothing-ass motherfucker that had black people sacrifice themselves for Caucasian sins. We are the Jesus because he's us. The one that's in the Bible, that shit is prophetic, as I've already told y'all. We are the actual representations of that Bible in reality. Fuck what they talking about.